to Table for Two by Assorted Meeples. I'm Philip, also known as Phil, and...
I'm Heather, also known as Phil's wife.
And today, sorry, last recording we got a little carried away with it. Moo.
Shut up.
Anyways, today's episode is the wonderful two-player game of Jaipur. And it isn't just a strictly two-player game. It is, you're going to play the best 2 out of 3 rounds. Supposedly you're a merchant in Jaipur trying to make the most money. But it really comes down to set collection and then turning those sets in for points. We will go to the top view and I will explain how we're going to do this.
Very carefully.
Oh no, we're just going roughshod. So, in the game of Jaipur, this is your setup. You're going to have your deck of cards. You're going to have a discard pile. You're going to have a 5-card river. And then you have tokens with points on them in descending order. So, the object of the game is to discard sets of resources. Like, I only have one here, so I'll show my hand. So you're going to try and collect sets and discard them at once. You're going to discard as many as you got in your hand at once, and you're going to pick up if this was true, I'd discard those 2 and I'd pick up the first 2 in this deck. So I'd get a grand total of 8 points at the end. Now, if...
I say we reshuffle.
If you discard 3 cards, I'll move these a little closer. If you discard 3 cards, you get one of these tokens that is worth, on the other side at the end of the game, you get 1, 2, or 3 points. If you discard 4 or more, you get 4, 5, or 6. And if you manage to get 5 or more of a kind, you get 8, 9, 10 at the end of the game, whatever it is. Now, camels are a little bit different. To start the game, we're going to set any camels in your hand on the table in front of you. I got the one with the sweet panda in there. This is considered your herd. Now, the only thing camels are good for is if you want to pick up multiple cards and you don't want to give up cards from your hand, you can put the camel back in the middle to pick all those cards up. This is a really bad river to show how that works. Now, you can pick these camels up, but if you pick one camel, you get the whole herd. So you pick up all 4 to start. And then we will repopulate via the draw deck. Now, I did read there's no discarding cards. So you can't pick one up to 8 and discard down like you were doing. We were playing it. I was going with the rules. I was going with what we had established as rule, but I went and looked and it is not the option. So, things you can do on your turn. You can do one of 2 things. You can either sell goods out of your hands to collect resource or the points for the end of the game, or you can pick up. Now, in picking up, you can pick up just 1 card at a time, and then we'll flip this over, and it will go, flip the card over into the river, or you could take multiples. This is a bad example because it's just camels, but if those were a different resource, you can take multiples, but you have to resupply out of your hand or with the camels in front from your herd. If you have the biggest herd at the end of the game or end of the hand, you get 5 extra points. It's best 2 out of 3. That's the basics. You only have a 7-card hand limit. So you're kind of manipulating what you got in your hand while trying not to give your opponents anything. We did absolutely nothing to figure out who goes first. Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
Should flip a coin.
I don't have a coin handy.
You can pick up.
Oh, pick up one of those. And flick it up.
Oh, I was going to say whoever has the highest point.
Oh, okay. Ready? You go first.
Right. I go first. Well, that's actually kind of hard because I'm going to take that one. I know I shouldn't have left the camels for you, but...
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. It's a lot of buying power, folks. That's the problem I'm looking at here. That 5 is a lot of buying power. Or those 4 are a lot of buying power. But I would give her first dibs.
It's not a bad thing, really.
It is.
It's not. We're just going to keep playing one card until we have
We hit 7. I'm down. I'm down with that scenario. Don't look at me like that. I've done nothing to deserve the glare.
I can do that, right?
Nope.
No? It has to be only one.
If
Or
you
2.
pick up... Yeah, if you pick up 2 or more, you gotta replace from your hand. Oh, right. This comes out. That did not work out in my favor. But I now have 6 camels. You do not have to tell what is going on. Oh, bugger it all. So these red ones are worth the most points.
I wonder what I should grab.
Yeah. Go step on a big toe. Oh, how many would that get? Wait, I gotta count how many cards I have. How many cards do you have?
6. Camels.
Yeah, it's not a bad. That was a bad flop.
That was, yeah.
That was something.
I'm okay with that one, though.
Well, I'm going to turn in my 3 carpets, and I'm going to pick up the top 3 of this deck, set them aside, put them over here.
That was my plan until I flipped all those other ones over. No.
And for the silver, the gold, and the diamonds, you have to... so these 3, you can put 1 of a kind in and pick up a token. These, you have to put a minimum of 2, no matter how many tokens are there. Oh, hey, and I get a 3 for...
I'm going to play the 2.
Ooh. That feels like a win for me.
I just need to get them out of my hand.
Pick up this pair. And... It's a lot of leather, though.
Not very many points.
Leather purses, leather boots.
Trying to tempt
Naked
me.
cows running around everywhere.
Cows. They don't kill cows in India.
I'm sure they die of old age.
Eventually, I suppose, but
They don't eat cows.
they don't eat cows.
pick this one up. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be a hard choice for you. 7. Got 7 in hand again. That happened rather fast. Yeah, I'm going to turn in 4 of the green ones.
Can I just reach across the table for a second? Over here.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you.
My turn.
Your turn. You know, I think while the iron's hot, I'm going to turn in
You suck.
2 of those. Now, the chips go in descending order, so the 2 I took were worth 7 each. These next 3 are worth 5 in this one particular. So she's mad because I just took the highest
and it is
point
my
values.
turn.
Yes, it is. Ooh, I'll take that. This game, or the round ends when this deck is depleted and we need to pick up more, or 3 of the 6 resources are gone. Ooh, she just picked up 3 silvers. And I will gladly pick up a carpet, I guess. Just feels like bad luck. Taking all 4.
3.
Just 3. Oh, I see what you're doing.
High points here. High points. What am I doing? That's exactly 7, because I couldn't pick up any more if I wanted.
Oh, okay. Without putting down a card you actually want. No. 2, 4, 5. Can't take just 1.
I have to play those 3 then.
Awesome. And you get a thingamabob. And I'm going to pick up this one. But you were rewarded handsomely.
Sort of.
I'm going to play 3 golds.
No, you suck.
Am I just up 1
You're
turn
like
ahead of you?
1 step ahead the whole
Okay,
game.
that feels really good then. Yeah, you do.
I do.
You did beat me this game
Well,
this morning, so.
Winning my game. I have 3 of those.
Yep.
Can I put all 3?
Yeah, you can put all 3 in and pick up your 3.
Oh, well that works too.
So that is 1 of 6 resources gone. It's my turn.
My turn? Sorry. Do you have to have cards in your hand? What if you don't have any?
Then you
Ew.
can't pick any up if you don't have cards in your hand.
Can't pick any up?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do then? Because I'm going to play those 3.
Oh, okay. And that's 2 out.
No, I don't have any cards in my hand other than my camels.
Oh, well, you can pick up 1, or you could use your camels to pick them up. But I'm done with that. So just exchanged a lot for a little, but maybe my ploy will work. Your turn.
Ploy.
Yes.
I can't get it.
I'm going to play all 5 of these.
Oh.
And I'm going to pick up 2 Leather is basically worthless. Okay, there's 5, and then one of those. And 2 of 3 resources are completely gone.
I want to draw, but it's not gonna.
Yeah, you don't get to. Are you gonna pick up the pair?
Okay.
I'm taking camels.
The camel.
Yep, we're going for it. Your turn.
I've already lost this game.
I don't know, you got a lot of high points too, so.
You took all the top points, so.
Yeah.
I have 5s.
I was gonna say, unless you have a leather in your hand, you could really ruin my day. I'm going to turn those 3 in, pick up these 2 onesies, and pick up that final one. And that is 3 resources gone. So now we, kind of throw it in.
I get the camels.
Yeah, you get the camels. I'm going to set these 3 over here, because you always start with 3 camels in the market. Now we need to total our points really quick.
Ooh, look that there.
Oh, I got the 8.
Did you realize if you turn them all over like this?
Yeah, they're denominations. Yep.
It's just yeah.
$20, $40, $60, $70, $81.
Yeah. 65.
Dang. Okay. I played that run pretty darn smart too, so I got a lot of the bonuses, and I got a lot of the higher. I got in first. Yes. So I get this lovely token. And I'm trying to separate all the rest of this out. Man, those leather were just horrible. There you go. I think all yours stack on top of all my. Two.
1 extra point could win you the game.
It does every so often. What do we?
Which we did today.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
got
I know
1
we just
extra
did-
point at the end. And
Secure
I
your
won
victory.
by 1 point.
Which feels all sorts of good or bad depending on the side of the shenanigans you are on. This game I actually picked up because I saw a lot come up when people asked for recommendations for
That's yours.
2-player games. They this was always in one of those lists. Targai is another one. Santorini, which we love and have played the death out of quite a bit. Maybe not played the death out of it, but we've played it quite a bit. So, those are good 2-player games. We have Onitama. We've actually played quite a bit.
Debacle.
Yeah.
My favorite. Ish.
I was gonna say you like games you're not necessarily the best at.
I know. It's like you beating me. Not physically.
No. Where's the Chris Rock? I would never beat a woman. I would shake the shit out of her.
What?
Oh my. Here we go again, folks.
Now I get to go first because...
Yep, you go first because you lost. I have no camels. I am humpless.
That's really sad.
No humps given. No humps given.
It is my turn.
It is your turn.
I'll take the camels.
That's right, you'll take your camels. You mix all those up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
That was not what I wanted to see. Oh, wait, you gotta backfill them.
I'm getting there.
I'm going to drop 5. Yeah, I started with 3 leather in my hand. But I do pick up a nice one of those. So, here's hoping. It's your turn.
Taking the camel.
Gal, this is an entertaining game. Why does it always have to start like that?
Gonna laugh at just another one.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
Yes.
I would rage throw this table, but I like this table. I made it very nice.
You did.
Actually,
I did it too.
Yeah.
I stripped it from whatever.
Yeah, that lacquer.
Yeah.
Bright,
I think over time
like
that
blood red lacquer.
stuff you put on it has like
Soaked in.
finally.
And it's smoothed out nicely, actually.
Yeah, because it was
kind of rough.
rough.
But this feels much nicer.
Moving on. Sorry, we're playing a game. Anyway.
We're feeling our wood. It's fine. Might be inappropriate on camera. I don't know.
Okay, moving on. I'm playing those 4.
That feels all sorts of awful.
Amazing. Okay. Your turn.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I got the camels. I'm good.
ooh, you know what? Might need some buying power here soon. Really, Diamonds? We gonna play like that?
I mean, if you can throw it out there.
Pick up 2 of those. Goodbye, camels. I didn't want you anyways. Your turn. How many did you just pick up? 3? Jeez. I don't.
One in hand.
I don't even think I'm gonna have a chance here. That's 5 more rugs.
Don't sound too disappointed.
I'm very disappointed already. I'm about to...
You might if you're grabbing those.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Your turn again.
I actually want to play this too.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Fine. You can have first dibs. Hmm. Just could not give a hump this game.
Ouch, babe. That's painful. Hey, that's the first yellow one we've seen.
Yep.
They're gonna all start coming out now. My turn.
Mm-hmm. Five. Two, three, five. Two.
You're gonna win the game with just those points there. Because it's like 8 10s.
No.
I'm picking up 5s. No.
No.
That's not how it's going to work.
It's not. You have the entire diamond pile.
Sorry.
No.
Here's your big one. It's my turn though, isn't it?
It is your turn.
Sorry.
That the round?
Oh, that's it, huh? 3 of them are missing.
I had the golds to get some extra 12. That'd been 12 points. What was the next one? Okay. Yeah, you were still safe a little bit. Oh.
That was a fast round.
You have the camels too. So I'm going to set these 3 camels aside. So we have them. And I only had 3 of those, by the way.
So? You still have a chance.
If you say so, my dear. Five, 61.
70. Yeah. 5.
Yep.
7.
Yep. No, you're good. So you won that round. On to the third round. Okay, those need to be mixed.
This is the tiebreaker.
This is for all the beans.
All the beans.
That's actually
I
more.
also grabbed all of the red ones. That's not happened before.
Yeah, I was getting. You're doing me a concern, as Brady would say. Doing me a concern. Yeah, you took those first 2 greens. I didn't like that at all.
Greens. Gray.
The green ones. So you got my 5 and 3.
I know. I did it on purpose.
I know you did. You're a jerk like that. Okay.
We need to mix these.
Yep, those all need to be mixed up, and all this needs to come in. I'm going to do a slight Vegas wash really quick. Because that was a lot of reds and a lot of camels this game. A couple of games. Okay, let's bring it all back together here real quick. Flip it over. Do a little more here. There we go. Nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. Don't. Okay. But yeah, this I'm glad the rules finally clicked into place. We've played this is our third game of this since I bought it. Because we played a test run.
I didn't like it.
And then we played this morning.
But we also didn't play by the rules the first time.
Yeah, we read the rules where you can only have 7 in your hand at a time. We did not play with that rule.
Yeah, that's right. We
had
messed that up. And then we
hands.
messed it up again this morning.
Yeah.
So that
we caught that one very quick.
Hard. It's hard to follow.
Gotta. Five, and then we flip these two. See what we start with.
Oh shit. I got 1 camel. I have no camels.
You have no humps to give. But that would get just as funny if you said that flick instead of F it.
Dump it. Not. I mean, it's funny. But, oh, you have camels.
I mean...
You should trade a camel for a camel. I guess you have to pick all of them
You
up.
can't actually do that. You cannot trade same resource for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, game? Now you're just throwing some salt on it. See what I have to put up with?
I'll take it.
See what I have to put up with?
Well,
I'll take that one.
I'm not trying to be
Wow!
like a jerk or anything, but
The salt is running deep right now, I tell you that much.
I also started with 2 of them in my hand.
Did you just pick up 4 diamonds?
Yes.
And you get to pick up a 4 piece?
Yeah.
So that's 24, 28 points, 29 points roughly. Yeah, 30 points roughly.
Sorry. Not sorry.
This is why I drink.
Drink apple cider. Not even alcohol.
I mean,
Drink milk. With peanut butter in it. Ugh.
that was actually very tasty. I don't care what you say. Turn in 3 of those.
Actually, I'm gonna pick one up because I can't. I don't have camels.
See what comes out first.
Five.
5 leather. Nice.
You're just gonna spite me and take all the camels. One card.
My precious. I'm gonna do 3 greens. Started with a pair of reds in your hand. Yeah, that's hard to come back from. Yeah, there's zero pity in your voice.
You kind of hiding all those camels in and trade some.
What camels?
Just gonna keep playing this game, huh?
I guess.
You sound a little irritated.
I am slightly irritated watching this happen. You took 2.
Oh, 2. Where did our...
No, you're good.
Okay, you ready?
I'm gonna do 4 purples. So that is 1 completely gone, and I get a 4. This game is actually
Might as well.
a little more intense than I thought it would be when we first played it. Now that we're actually playing it right.
We're gonna get comments. No, you're not.
You're still not playing it right.
The camel. Oh.
Could give a hump about that one. Oops. Let's see if I wanted to throw those in. Yeah, I did want to throw those in. So that's 3 silver. Pick up that guy. That's 2 resources out.
Shoot.
That one up. I figured that was going to be the case. I'm going to play 2. Pick up those 2.
Okay.
Doing everything I can to try and stay in this. I don't... Honestly, I think it's really close. I want to say it's really close. I might be delusional, but... Taking all the leather.
Ooh, yeah, because I can do this. So. Yeah.
That was a good move, actually. Well, because it's safe, and I think you might be ending it.
Why would I be ending it? I only have 3.
Oh.
And
You get a 3.
I get a 3.
It's my turn?
Don't end it.
It's 3. But I pick up 2 of those and 1 of these.
If I get one more turn?
Nope. That is it. Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Going.
I was gonna say the rest of this seems like it was primarily there's 2 more golds and a wow, we had 4 cards left in that deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 camels. 7 of the 11. So I win that round. Hey, that was the first time I had the most camels this game. Okay. Doing math quickly. I shouldn't do it too quickly. It's the bad results usually for me.
2.
What's the result going to be? That's the question.
Wait. Oh, and you had the camels.
Yep.
Amazing.
76. Wait, that's a 5.
Oh, wait, okay. Wait, I'm like, okay. 65. Nope.
69. Or
68.
2, 65, 67. 2 more, 69.
See, math.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 76.
Wow. Not by much.
That was actually a really exciting game. Now that we're fully playing by the correct rules, this is actually a very well done game of kind of chicken, push your luck chicken, because you're trying to collect as much as you can and beat your opponent to the punch.
Had I picked those two up instead of those two, I would have won. That's 10 extra points versus the
3 points you got.
3 and possibly 4 points because I picked up one of those.
Oh, okay. Well, it'd only been 6 point difference there.
Well, maybe it would probably
Because that'd been 10. So if you had 4 points from over there,
no, because it would have been a 2 or a 1.
Been a 2 or a 1. So it'd been
2, 1, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it was a 1, and you picked up these 2 before you picked up those, that'd been 6 point difference. So you'd still been at 6 or 75.
I still be 1 point down.
You'd been 1 point shy of winning. So.
Been closer.
Been closer. Yeah.
It would have been payback for today.
So.
Earlier.
You won earlier today overall.
No, I mean you pay back for
Oh,
1 point win earlier. Than I
Yeah. So that is the wonderful game of Jaipur. Me and Heather were talking about it. The only thing that doesn't really track well with this game is the theme is just a little bland. It's a great theme in general, but ancient traders in India in the market of Jaipur doesn't really do much for us. So I know there's a couple of re-themes where they just took the game and put a different theme on top of it, same mechanics. But I can't think of one that I would really, really love to see. But yeah. Anyways, that's it. That was the game. It's pretty quick game, plays really fast. And yeah, so hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to know when new episodes from us come out. We have a release schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays of our 3 shows that we put on YouTube. So our Unqualified Experts on Monday, our panel discussion there with Shane and Braden, and then Wednesdays is obviously Table for Two featuring me and Heather, and Fridays is our board game streams from Twitch, which we typically stream live on Thursday nights, and other days with video games, depending on who's playing, either Shane or Braden. And yeah, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch,
All the platforms.
YouTube, not all. We're not on Instagram. Patreon. If you support us on Patreon, you can get into our private Discord where we do all sorts of crazy shenanigans. Like right now, it's been trying to throw Shane out the airlock, which was rather fun. But that's about it. And yeah, keep on gaming, and we will see you guys next time. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.